Eyes out.
The crowd went crazy. This is the Grammys last night.
We're not savage, we're not animals, we're not aliens, we are humans, and we are Americans. Also, I want to say to the people, I know it's tough to know, not to hate on these days, and I was thinking sometimes.
Just in case anybody doesn't know, this is Bad Bunny, who's going to be playing at the Super Bowl in a few days.
We get contaminados. I don't know how to say that in English. The hate get more powerful with more hate. The only thing that is more powerful than hate is love. So, please, we need to be different. If we fight, we have to do it with love. We don't hate them. We love our people, we love our family, and that's the way to do it, with love. Don't forget that, please. Thank you. Thank you, God.
Powerful stuff. I mean, this is the guy causing all the controversy, Bad Bunny, because he's going to be at the Super Bowl. And are they really trying to have an alternative Super Bowl performance? Because
yes, Turning Point USA is doing one with Kid Rock and all these.
Oh God! Oh great! Oh,
it's a lot of. There isn't any like the only person I don't know if she's gonna. I don't know if Nicki Minaj will be at Turning Point USA's thing. I'm assuming she will, just because they need star power, because all the people that are performing are like Ted Nugent and Kid Rock and all these kind of washed up people.
Yeah.
But
well, we pulled it. We pulled. You said this was his breakout song, Bad Bunny. I mean, I'm getting introduced to Bad Bunny through all this, and so I figured there might be some others.
It helps you brush up on your Spanish.
I'm on the tail end. Yeah, well, he said that at Saturday Night Live. He says, "You don't speak." He said, "If you don't like it, we're going to speak Spanish." He says, "Then learn Spanish."
Yeah.
he said, "I'm going to play 20 seconds to avoid the copyright police at YouTube." But of this is his breakout song from a few years ago, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would help if I put it on the screen. I'm curious, like when I do that, could you actually hear that at all? Because I hadn't put it on the screen.
Can't hear it at all.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Makes a difference. We got to put it on the screen. Let's see, is that it? We got to take him off the screen, and then we put this on the screen.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm getting there. I've only been doing this for 2 weeks, so I'm learning. Here we go.
Pa darte tabla, dale mami, habla. Tú eres una diablona, no te hagas. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hey.
That's a nice song. It's a nice tune. He doesn't. You don't need to speak a language to get that music.
And I mean, the thing is I listen to all different genres of music. I'm a K-pop nerd. I'll be honest. I love K-pop. And K-pop is very similar to that, where it's most of their song. Well, now it's changing, so it's mostly English with a few Korean words in it, but the older stuff, it was all in Korean, and it's interesting to learn, and some of the words that you learn from listening to the songs, and it brings culture. Music brings culture.
Well, let's see. We got a new name I don't recognize. Aaron Fernandez in the chat room saying, hi, bro. Hello, uncle. How are you? I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have any nephews because I don't have any brothers and sisters. Don't you have to have a brother and a sister to have a nephew?
Wait, you're an only child too?
Yeah. Oh, see, now they're
only child.
That explains everything. That's how we're bond. That's why we bond. That's the whole reason we bond. Now I get it. Anyway, hello, Aaron. Whatever you mean by that. If it's an insult, I'll take it. If it's a compliment, I'll take it. If it's just being friendly, I'll definitely take that. Okay. Anyway, we got Billie Eilish from the Grammys last night also, who had a few things to say. I think I've got her going.
Stolen land. I feel really.
Let me start her over.
No one is illegal on stolen land. I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter. And
well, now what's significant is the Grammys last night, unlike the Golden Globes a couple weeks ago, they actually talked up on the stage, during the broadcast.
Right.
There were a few stars that said a few things on the red carpet, but at the Golden Globes, they just shut up. They wore those pins, but at the Grammys last night, as we heard, Bad Bunny and Billie Eilish and some others, they actually had things to say.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else? Oh, the video of the car being pulled over. What happened with that?
This is so chilling, and I want to give the background on it because it's pretty significant.
I am not doing.
I mean, this woman right here is she's observing. I mean, she was one of the so-called observers, and she was following them with the camera and stuff, but she wasn't invading. She wasn't.
And she was
anything they were doing.
She was on the phone. She was on the phone with her neighbors. And they were in a group call because she said that she was in a call with them in case something happened, so she could tell them what was going on, and that's why she also had her camera up because they were also watching it live.
So these are Ice Age. It's just a few days ago. I played it a few days ago when I first saw it on here, and then this morning I noticed Morning Joe really jumped on it at the top of their show, and Morning Joe really seized on the fact. Joe Scarborough really seized on the fact that, and I do think it's significant that when she saw what was going on, and you'll hear her see, she calls 911. As Joe said, she didn't call Antifa because, they're trying to say she was Antifa. Yeah, he said she didn't call Antifa. She called the local police, and they were the ones that came to save her. We got Stir in the house. Let's go get Stir.
Yeah.
Oh, Stir's already said device not connected.
Oh.
Oh, here he goes. Okay, here we come. Here comes Stir.
Hey,
are you there, Stir?
I am here.
Are you there, Stir? Come in, Stir.
All ahead.
Contacting Stir.
Clean sweep down 4.5.
Well, he'll pop it. He's lurking. We'll let him lurk. Anyway, so
here.
Oh, there you are. I see. I hear you now.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
All right.
Clean sweep down 4.5.
Oh yeah, there's your garage. Okay. All right. Everything's good with the world. I'm going to put up, see, was it yesterday? Yesterday we did. I want to put up, I was waiting for when you go, I'm going to put up Chip. There's Chip. I love Chip
the Wonder Dog.
Yeah. Chip is covered up there for some reason. Oh, there. Okay. Now we see Chip. Yeah. Anyway, I'm still asking people now. I broadened it now to say pet pictures. People can send their pet picture. I like getting pets in the broadcast, and so they could go over to trailmix.cc/comments, and it's easy to upload a picture of your pet. We'll do it. I've got some more we'll look at later, but we'll get back to some business here. What I was doing is we were doing this woman here. All right.
I am observing. I am observing. This is my constitutional right. Calling 911 right now. I am not. You cannot arrest me.
You see, you hear him say, call 911 right now. As Joe Scarborough said this morning, she didn't call Antifa. She was calling the police to protect her from the federal government.
I'm observing. You can't arrest me. I'm observing. You cannot.
And she is a citizen. That is established.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Under arrest.
Someone call the MP or someone call the police. Somebody help. Call the police.
And they're literally dragging her out of her car.
Call them now.
She gets injured, although I hadn't seen
Call them
specifically
now.
how. What
Call them
injury?
now.
We're calling 911.
We're calling 911. They're calling 911 right now.
And I just want to point out, this is what she was looking at.
Yep.
I cropped out the picture of the guy. I mean, look at that. I mean, you're on the highway. I mean, I will stipulate again. She was following them. She was filming them. She was not obstructing them. She was an observer, as a lot of people have been doing, and they're great Americans and patriots, if you ask me. But anyway, this guy approaches her with his gun drawn, pointing it at her, looking like that. What would you? I mean, that does not look like anyone in authority. That looks like a criminal.
Well, and the thing is that the location of where this is at, it's an hour and 15 minutes away from the city south. The two towns down there that are being really looked at right now are St. Peter, which is where this happened, and then Mankato, which is just 10 miles down the road, because they're college towns, so they have international students.
And you say St. Peter. So what ends up happening is this woman is stopped. They draw the guns on her. I mean, first of all, this is just shows their lack of training. I mean, you just don't do this. And so they took her in, they handcuffed her, took her in to detention. She suffered injuries. Oh, I haven't seen specifically what. Anyway, and her husband called the St. Peter police chief, who we've seen before. I've shown video of him before.
They're
He's been
friends.
very vocal.
They're very good friends.
Yeah, he called him. And so the police chief comes and negotiates her out of detention, because they weren't going to keep her because they didn't have anything to charge her with, and which happens all the time nowadays. And so the police chief drove her home, this terrorist. I mean, it's just an amazing story, really. I mean, it's not getting as much attention as some others, but I think it's phenomenal.
I remember what I was going to tell you. They released the names of the killers. Yep.
Yeah. Two Texas guys.
Yeah.
And I've got a link for that in here, but yeah, they did. And ProPublica got it for some reason. I don't know why ProPublica had to be the one to get it. But I had it in our news brief this morning. Got over here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, it's in the news brief this morning. ProPublica had, here it is. Alex Pretty was the killer of the killers or shooters or whatever we're going to call them of Jesus and Raimundo Gutierrez. Now I've seen Gutierrez's ex-wife has been interviewed and talked about that he was a gun enthusiast and had like 25 guns. Nothing wrong with that, I guess, But here's the ProPublica story about it. And one of them's 43, one of them's 35. They've been in the Border Patrol for many, many years.
Well, and the thing is that, you know, they're blaming it on inexperience of these ICE agents, but why are the ICE agents that are the ones that killed have been on the force for 10, 12 years, 14 years? I mean, like, it is not the training, it's the culture. It's the culture.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
They fill their heads full of mush.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, something I keep meaning to go dig up and put on here. I looked through it one before. There were the text messages that the DHS sends to agents. It's really spooky. I mean, they have just a barrage of messages, and it's all just what you're saying, Stir. They're filling their heads with all, you know, they're the enemy. And the text messages, that the official text messages that DHS sends out to their agents to keep the morale up, you know, get them pumped up, is just plain scary.
And they also get rewards if they apprehend people, if they shoot someone, you know, all that kind of stuff. They get rewards. And it's almost like it's the text messages that you see. It's almost like it reminds me almost of like the Vikings with berserkers, like historical, where they would hype them up so much that they would go crazy and they would let them loose. That's what it almost feels like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and to that point, something else that I had over here is I've had it for 2-3 days and I haven't played it. You've probably seen it. But this officer, in light of all this, I mean, listen to how this guy talks to this. I forget where this is. I'm not even sure it's in Minneapolis, but listen to this exchange with this officer.
I will tell you this, brother.
What?
You know, I will tell you this. You raise your voice, I raise your voice.
If I raise my voice, you'll erase my...
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Are you serious? You said if I raise my voice, you'll erase my voice?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now get a load of that. I mean, that is so stunning to me. I got to hear that one more time.
I will tell you this, brother.
What?
You know, I will tell you this. You raise your voice, I raise your voice.
If I raise my voice, you'll erase my...
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Are you serious? You said if I raise my voice, you'll erase my voice?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that needs to be said about the state of freedom of speech in America? If you raise your voice, we erase your voice. That's where we are in America today.
That's where they want to be.
Yeah.
They want us to stay quiet. They don't like that people are speaking out. And
Opal guy. That Opal guy's in the house.
You know, you're right, Opal. Like, if he wasn't an ICE agent, don't you think he would be in a detention center?
Yeah. Opal, you talk about that guy I just played. His accent isn't American. Why isn't he deported yet? Yeah. I mean, that is something that apparently these two agents that shot Pretty are just going by their names. They sound like they may be Hispanic. Gutierrez and the other one.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is kind of an interesting aspect of all this.
Well, I wonder if it was like, oh, join ICE and then we'll, waive your citizenship. Like, you don't have to go through all of that. We'll just do it for you and get you all set. I don't know. I haven't done any research or anything.
Yeah, ProPublica, which is the article that surfaced this to begin with. That the article I hadn't gone through it entirely yet, but I don't think they say where they're from. They do name them.
Jonathan Ross. Everybody had his address within 24 hours of his name being released, and actually went to his house.
they are on administrative leave. which means they just get to stay home with pay, I suppose. But yeah, this article. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this. If anybody can help me. Ochoa. One of them is a Border Patrol agent who joined in 2018. CPP. So he's Border Patrol. Gutierrez joined in 2014. So these were not, the newbies that they brought in here from the Proud Boys. I mean,
yeah.
These are almost say, I'd say veterans. They've been at long enough that they should know better. However, these guys are trained for border operations. They're not trained for the urban environment crowd control situation they've been thrown into in Minneapolis. Is one thing I'd note about it. Opal, the fascists will get around to them eventually. The fascists are coming. Opal, why don't you get on here and talk to us live? Can you do that? You want to do that? We'd love to have you get on here and chat. Let me know if you need to know how. I'd love to have you on
also, one thing my husband and I were talking about last night, because of like the Liam Ramos thing, but also the other kids that are in detention, is do any of these ICE agents actually have children? Do any of them
that's a good point.
Have kids where if they were in that situation where their child would be taken, how they would feel and how they would process it? And right. I get that sometimes people just have to go into, it's just a job. It gets food on the table for my family, that kind of thing. But like, as a parent, I would have such a guilty conscience with taking a child away from their family and housing them in terrible conditions. Let me find that video for you, because yesterday, one of our House of Representatives got into the Whipple building and saw conditions. So let me find that video. Yeah, I was going to post it to Trail Mix and then I got busy with stuff. So let me find that. 1 second.
All of a sudden it wouldn't let me share a link. Now that's weird. I'll just take the HTTP. Here's the link for anybody that'd like to see if that works. Yeah, for some reason I had to take the HTTPS off or it wouldn't display. Okay, there's the link, folks, if you want to hop in on your mic or your camera. There's also another way, which might be an easier link to remember. You can also go to this address, and on that page, click the enter chat button, which also takes you directly here.
I just sent you the link. That's Rep Morrison that went to the Whipple building. It's about 3 minutes long, but
detention facility in Minneapolis this weekend. And what I saw was...
Second, I've got to back it up. Put her on the screen. Oh, I do have her on the screen. Oh, I was better at this than I thought. All right. Here we go.
So I was finally granted access to perform oversight of the Whipple detention facility in Minneapolis this weekend. And what I saw was not what I would expect in the United States of America. My office has been flooded with reports of the cruel, unsafe, unlawful conditions inside of Whipple. And as a doctor, I was especially concerned about the reports of inadequate medical care. So during my visit yesterday, I got confirmation that the facility has no specific medical policy and no real medical care on site. There was not a nurse present yesterday at all. There are no beds, no real blankets, minimal food, extremely cold temperatures. People are in locked cells and leg shackles.
This sounds exactly like Burlington, Massachusetts, when I went up there for Thanksgiving and our family went to the protest, the ICE protest there. They have an office building they're using as a detention facility and it's the same situation. Is this an official detention facility, Katie, or
not
is this
I don't
an office
actually
building they've converted?
know. I think it's
Yeah.
an office building they converted.
what it
I'll
sounds
look
like.
up more research on it.
Because that's what they've done elsewhere, and that's what this sounds like. Is they
Let
just
me
took an
look.
office building and tried to convert it into a detention facility. That's what this woman is describing here.
The agents there couldn't or wouldn't answer the most basic questions, like how many people were currently being held, how many people had to be sent to the hospital over the last week, how many 911 calls have been made in the last week. And when I asked if any calls to 911 had been made that day, they confirmed that, in fact, 911 had been called at least earlier once that morning. Everything I saw showed me this operation is chaotic, disorganized, ineffective, and dangerous. I was also able to speak with two of the women who were being held there, and both of them shared harrowing experiences. The first was a woman who'd been brought in the night before. She and the other women in her cell had to sleep on the hard concrete floor because there are no beds. She told me they were freezing cold, shivering the entire night. They begged agents for blankets and never got any. She told me the agents were cruel and that the women were treated like they weren't human beings. The second was a woman who'd been brought in earlier that morning. I asked to speak with her because she was in a cell alone, shackled, and she looked deeply distressed. She told me that she and her husband were both being held at Whipple and had been taken away from their 7-year-old daughter. She'd been there for hours, but had not been able to make a phone call yet, so she hadn't been able to contact her daughter, who was left with a friend and is now separated from both of her parents. She was sobbing. She asked when and if she was going to be put on a flight to Texas, but the agents couldn't even give her an answer. These just happened to be the two people that I spoke with while I was there, and both exemplified how people are not being treated humanely. Families are being ripped apart, and people aren't being treated with the dignity that every human being deserves. ICE is not going after the worst of the worst. This reckless operation is tearing communities apart and traumatizing our neighbors. My visit only underscored how urgently critical it is that members of Congress are able to conduct their legal right and duty to perform oversight unannounced without advance notice as the law requires. And it is needed to protect our constituents during this time of extreme crisis. I am more resolved than ever to do what I can to end Operation Metro Surge and get ICE out of Minnesota.
Katie, who's your congressman?
I'm going to get
there?
right down to it today because
that is
not because there's a lot of
Kelly
going on. There is a lot.
This is a federal facility. Your congressman should be doing this also. I mean, going there. Is that happening?
Morrison is the one that went with Ilhan Omar, and was it Tina Smith came? I'm trying to remember. It was three of them that went down to the Whipple building and wanted access, and they said you have to wait 7 days. And so she put in the petition for it because she's actually a licensed doctor. She was a family practice physician. And so that's why she wanted to go, because she wanted to make sure conditions were okay and people were getting care that they needed. And obviously that's not happening because we're hearing reports of ICE agents taking people to the hospital and like, for instance, they took a guy to the hospital who had skull fractures in his face, whole face open, and head trauma and all that stuff. And they're like, oh, he ran into a wall while he was running away from us. That you do not get those injuries from running into a wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah.
Because the one in Burlington, Massachusetts, I was talking about, both Seth Bolton is the congressman there, and the senator, Massachusetts senator, what's his name, Ed Mark. He went. They both toured the facility, and but the problem is the locals were irritated with both of them because they want them to show up uninvited. They want them to just show up and go, but they were waiting for to be not invited, but to they were asking to be let. They were scheduling because the ICE has taken a position nationwide that members of Congress can't just show up and be given access. They have to schedule it in advance. So of course that does that doesn't make it a real objective.
Also, the Whipple building, I did find out. So It was actually opened in 1965, and it was it housed United States Department of Veteran Affairs, Fish and Wildlife, Department of Defense, and the Department of Homeland Security when that started. And then it was renovated in 2014. And then, of course, once they decided they were going to use it to house people. But the thing is, what people don't understand is Whipple has been the site of several protests over immigration and customs enforcements. And actually, in 2016, there was protests because there were 8 Cambodian American refugees. They're actually referred to as the Minnesota 8. They had been detained by ICE, and major protests were happening there. Were happening there to get them released. And then there was another one that was in 18. The Lights of Liberty in July of 2018. And then obviously, 2020 during the George Floyd thing. Yeah, it's and now, of course, the lovely stuff that Kristi Noem is doing.
Pat, Opal, that's fine. You don't have to come in here. We like you out there in the comments. In fact, you're great for you kind of like a corgi herding animals when the trolls come in.
I love
You're our corgi.
You're a resident corgi.
keeping the herd in check. Which the herd's pretty quiet today. Let's see what do we got for a herd today.
Yesterday I was watching.
Oh, we got a little over 100. Got 100. Let's see. We got.
Yesterday I was watching Dean Withers, and
100 people.
It took him forever to find someone to debate him yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yes. He was getting all these young kids coming on, and he's like, oh gosh, And the thing is, TikTok won't allow under 18 to be on a call. So every time he gets one of these kids up there, he's got to disconnect them because otherwise he can be flagged. And so, no, he went on. It was at least 30 to 45 minutes before he got somebody that actually wanted to have a conversation.
Now, old Texas tech man, blessing America, blessing ICE. Yeah. God bless ICE. Now I want to ask you something. Is this what you're blessing? I mean, this is the ICE agent that arrested and handcuffed a citizen in Minneapolis a couple of days ago, and had to release her because they had no charges against her. And the local police are the ones who got her out of ICE detention and drove her home. So my question is, are we blessing that? I mean, I don't think you understand what's going on the ground with these ICE guys. I mean, here's the kind of thing that's happening.
I think someone needs to call 911.
I mean, what? This is your ICE. This is your ICE right here. They pull in front of this woman.
Call 911. I'm right at the corner of Jefferson.
They pull in front of her car and stop her. All she'd been doing was filming them. And look at this. They get out of the car, draw their weapons immediately, which is no police force is ever trained to do this. And that guy on the right there.
I will not get out of the car.
Is this guy.
You guys,
right here. So you tell me, is that something we're going to bless? You bless that, buddy?
They bless that.
Talk to me about it. Explain to me why you bless that.
It's actually a very good question. She wasn't doing anything wrong. It's her right.
A lot of people think that this monitoring thing is that justifies how they're treated, and I mean it's so I don't know what else more peaceful you could do than just film them. They're just filming them. I mean,
they're not doing anything. Nothing.
I mean, they're not. I guess we ought to add that to the Second Amendment: the right to a camera. They're going to start taking cameras away.
Or First Amendment with free speech, but that's going to be taken away pretty soon, and freedom to assemble, and
yeah. I kind of figured that old Texas was a drive-by bumper sticker. See, he ain't responded. He's probably just going from site to site to site, copying and pasting that in there.
Probably.
Okay. Whatever gets you going.
Oh, it's Dennis. It's Dennis.
There he is. Well, hey, Denmark Dennis. I've been saving something for you, Dennis. I've been saving it in my clip file here for when you came back. And here it is.
We are not interested in being Americans.
Yeah, be ourselves and live our life here.
Danish and Greenland have to get together and don't fight.
We're protesting against the orange dictator in the U.S. who is trying to bully his way to undermine the sovereignty of the Greenlandic people and take away their right to decide who they want to be part of.
The Kingdom of Denmark has always supported the United States when they have been in problem, and right now they are saying thank you to us in this way.
I think it's really incredible how many Greenlandic flags is everywhere, because it's our country and the support for our self-determination is so important.
I like that song.
We are not interested in being Americans.
Yeah, be ourselves and live our life here.
Danish and Greenland have to get together and don't.
All right.
Oh, good.
I've been saving that for you, Dennis. All right. What do we got here? This Saturday, we had a big protest in Copenhagen at the U.S. Embassy. Now, I saw what happened, Dennis. I saw something about that. They put some flags out there in front of the U.S. Embassy that symbolized all the people who had been killed, the Danes who had been killed in Iraq. After he had said that the EU didn't do anything in Iraq, and the U.S. Embassy went out and removed the flags. Is that all? Is that correct? Old Texas. Opal guy.
There comes Opal.
There comes Opal. He's our corgi. Go get him, Opal. chasing the animals, chasing the trolls.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dennis. That's terrible. They should have left
the
them.
Embassy removed the flags of the fallen soldiers. I thought I saw something about that on the. I thankfully I now routinely watch the France 24 English language, DW, the German public television English language. Also, Poland has an English language. BBC, I don't know. I'm not sure about them. They're afraid of Trump like some of our media. But anyway, I saw that on one of those channels, and I have not seen it covered here. So I was wondering.
Yeah, because our media is being controlled. It literally is.
A lot of it is preemptive fear. I mean, it's not like they're being told you must do that. They're just preemptively afraid,
Yeah.
Is what a lot of it, which is still bad. I mean, it's still bad. But.
Well, and it's bad that, like, for instance, the other day when, I'm trying to remember what happened. And like CNN wasn't even covering what happened. And I'm like, why wouldn't CNN have it? MS Now had it. but CNN didn't. It was like,
came back. I brought you back. Why do you keep popping out and then I put you back on stage? It's something with your phone doing that, I think. I don't know.
A window comes up and says allow the camera, and when I cancel that, it blanks out the mic as well.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
and then
I'll
when
have to look into that.
Reinvigorate the mic, I stay backstage until you see.
Yeah, and then I have to. So it's trying to force you to turn your camera on.
Yeah, it gives me. Yeah.
Huh.
It
Well,
steps
shouldn't
in.
do that. I'll get to looking into that. I don't like that. But
I didn't know you didn't like it.
well, I don't like it when they don't do things I don't want them. When they do things I don't want them to do, you know. I don't like the fact that I have to manually put people on the stage. It won't allow that automatically. It's like so much. It's like I fought this for 20 years with Trail Mix. The blog is WordPress and all these providers of these platforms. They cater to hosts who want to control their commenters, and so they make it the default position is to restrict commenters from access to things and so on. But Dennis, they're all in same bed, same narrative. When we see independent journalists getting arrested, we start thinking about Putin's Russia and such. Yeah.
Same thing with Don Lemon getting arrested.
What else I think about with Putin's Russia is I watch a lot of. Well, I don't watch it. I follow a reporter who monitors Russian TV and translates it daily, and so through that I monitor Russian state TV coverage of their government and Putin and everything, and it's incredible how much it's like Fox now. I mean, Fox is like our state TV. I mean, it's like everything the government says and does is perfect, and everyone who criticizes the government is a terrorist. And that's the bottom line on Fox now.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I know what I wanted to get into before we go is I pulled this is a very big deal politically. This guy that won in Texas, the election, he won this seat that was hadn't gone Democrat for 31 years. And but the amazing thing is even DeSantis wrote a tweet about this yesterday, alerting fellow Republicans what a terrible sign this is. That the Democrats won this seat. But anyway, I hadn't even listened to it all myself yet, but this was the guy's acceptance speech. I loved how he did it. He just kind of wandered out to his crowd outside his house or his office. I don't know where this is.
And he is state government. He is not Congress. So
right. This is he's actually state Senate. And and
hi, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. I was just about to play this guy.
Happening?
Oh, we've had that Opal guy's been running off some trolls, doing a pretty good job of it. We don't really need a filter when we got Opal guy in the house.
It's for the state Senate, Dennis.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they hadn't elected a Republican or a Democrat to that district since 1991, was it? Or 1994? I can't remember. It was 1991, I think.
So over a decade.
So it's because of their gerrymandering that this happened.
Yeah, so this is the guy here. And then you might be thinking about, Dennis, there's another race in Texas for the U.S. Senate where there are 2 Democrats running and the incumbent Republican's in trouble in his own primary. That's another race. But this is this is a sign of major trouble for the Republicans in the midterms. They are going to lose the House. I'm convinced of that. And I could convince myself they're going to lose the Senate, but I've still got some convincing to do. But here's this guy's acceptance speech I guess this was last night or anyway, I don't know.
Everybody, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being involved and helping with this campaign. Tonight, this win goes to everyday working people. We will see you out there.
Yeah, he's a union guy who won in a red district. What's Dennis saying here?
I don't know. Did you hear the news that Savannah Guthrie's mother is missing?
I saw that on the screen. Yeah. What do they think is going on with that?
They know that it's a crime scene. They don't know.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Or, yeah. They're looking over a video and everything. They say she's sharp mentally, but physically has severe walk around problems. So she wouldn't just wander off.
Yeah, you remember Dennis. Dennis was here the other day when I played Ticario talking about Jesus. We got a bit discussion about how we talk about Jesus in our politics, and Europeans stay away from that stuff. I think you got the right. It's like Billy Knight, Bobby Knight, the basketball coach for Indiana for so many years, and he got in trouble. The local evangelicals got after him because he didn't pray he didn't have hold a prayer session with his players before games. And his famous quote was at a press conference when he was asked about it, he says, I don't make my players pray before games because God doesn't give a damn about college basketball. He went on to say about their rival University of Kentucky. He says, or if he did, they wouldn't let those lying, thieving sons of bitches at Kentucky ever win a game.
I do have something actually that is breaking news right now from Columbia.
You bring us real breaking news when you bring.
I know.
I pay attention.
This is actually a letter that was written to a podcast that I listen to called The Politics Chicks. They're from Minnesota. They're from Maple Grove, which is where one of the big ICE protests happened when they were staying at a hotel there and stuff. But this morning, a teacher wrote them an email because Columbia Heights schools are now closed because of threats. So it says, 1 hour ago, I was walking out of my house to teach pre-K students when I got an emergency alert. Columbia Heights public schools are closed due to multiple credible threats. She said, I'm looking at the special chips I bought for a homebound student, chips I would never allow in my classroom, but I brought him the biggest bag that I could. I can't stop crying. Yesterday, Liam came home, and today his teachers are home worrying about their students. Every single day, we hear about our families in Columbia Heights schools being harassed, beaten, kidnapped by our government. I haven't seen some of my students since early December. We lost students to ICE or by self-deportation after a family member was picked up. Imagine fleeing a country for asylum and then experiencing the same things in your new country, a country that claims to value freedom. The past 5 weeks, we have felt more like an entire year. Teachers in my building look at each other with tears in our eyes, but smiles on our faces for the kids. Teachers are messaging families to see what they what they need. Some of us are teaching online. We spend our afternoons bagging food, toiletries for families, then delivering it to them. We go in pairs to be safe. We know special precautions to keep our children and families safe, and all of us safe as well. All teachers are protesting, patrolling, providing mutual aid in one way or another. We are tired, we're exhausted, we're overwhelmed, we're devastated. Our hearts are crumbling, but we're also angry, very angry. We are resolved, we are family, and we will not be beaten down. Love will win. Only reason I wanted to share it with you guys, because I think that is the message we have to keep going with, is that love will beat this. The love of people and humanity will beat this. It's a battle. Oh, and my mother's calling me. Amazing.
That was bad.
Hold on.
That was bad. Well, now you got to take the call after saying all that.
Yeah, I am so worried about these, let's face it, they're concentration camps that Trump wants to erect for brown and black people. And he's canceling the ability for them to stay here, even after they were originally granted asylum. Yeah. And I know Biden made a whole lot of mistakes, but if you want to send people home, send them home. If you want them to stay here, they can stay out in the open. They do not belong in camps.
And I think I wrote about it this morning. I just think the time has come. I've been slow to be on board with this idea of the shutdown, but I think the time is, no matter what the consequences. I mean, I wrote this morning, I say shut it down and get together to help with the fallout. We cannot fund this lawless regime any longer. And I think that's where we are. I mean, we've got an option right now, if the Democrats stick together on Capitol Hill, to just say we're not going to give any money. We're not going to fund this dictatorship unless things change. I really think it's come to that.
But every day it's a new piece of chaos, like this insanity over the Kennedy Center. He's pissed off that people don't want to play there, so he's going to spend a huge amount of money to slap gold all over it.
Yeah, and well, I think part of the problem is they're just hemorrhaging money because they're losing ticket sales, and dramatically. I've been hearing, and I mean, I know I have several friends who have like season tickets, and they've just cashed them in. They're not going to anything that's playing there. I don't know if you saw that. I just posted this morning. So his latest plan is to drop a massive knockoff of the French Arc de Triomphe right here in D.C. It feels a little Caligula, doesn't it? Just sheer unchecked hubris. Remember, Caligula finally lost the plot when he tried to make his horse a senator. But here's the saving grace for our democracy. Donald Trump famously hates pets, so at least the Senate seats are safe from livestock.
So should we send him little boots? Does he have tiny feet as well as tiny hands?
I mean, I think the Roman emperor comparison is apt. I mean, Caligula did that too. He just bankrupted the finances by building statues to himself and buildings to himself all over the place. And then his ultimate arrogance.
Caligula's nickname, and Trump needs to take a walk.
Yeah. I just played my Caligula video. You missed it.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw it this morning.
Comparing Trump to Caligula. Oh, here's Dad. We got Dennis back there. But what is the greatest idea? I get that you get a common enemy and can unite MAGA in their hatred for immigrants, but the whole U.S. economy will hurt and is already hurting. Yeah. Well, that's why I think it's time for Democrats to go nuclear on the federal budget and just say we're not funding this dictatorship. We're gonna put up with the and my attitude is, for federal workers who are in stress, let's all get together as a country and there's 70 million of us who didn't vote for him. let's get together and help get them food if we need to. I mean, let's do what we got to do to deal with the consequences and just shut down these
well,
shut down.
Considering that Trump has threatened to take away all federal funding from Minnesota, the truth is Minnesota can definitely take care of our own here. We don't need to pay taxes into the federal government. We can take care of our people. So
that's
ahead and do it.
See, my theory, I've had this theory for a while about Minnesota that Republicans have what they see in Minnesota is a progressive welfare state that actually works. And that's been their problem with Minnesota. They fear Minnesota is almost like a European example for other states to see. You can have a system with good school support and tuition support and lunches in schools and all these various welfare programs in a state and have it actually work. That's why they're demonizing these fraud cases,
right?
Trying to show that Minnesota doesn't work, and it does. Minnesota works, and they don't want people to see that. And I think that's a big thing. That's a lot of what's behind a lot of this. I mean, your state's. I also think, Jamie, state of Washington's like that.
Yeah,
they're going to come after you too because you're also a
Washington,
progressive
Oregon,
state that works.
California,
they went after Seattle, and they went after Portland, Oregon, and they just hate it. It's over here we actually take care of people.
Yeah. I mean, they see these states and cities moving toward European style social welfare systems, and they don't want the rest of America seeing that it can work here. Right. I think that's a big part of what goes on.
And they sure can't get us on religion because every other corner has a church on it.
Yeah.
If you've got a religion, Washington has a place for you to do it.
Done gone is done here. Sure, I can see why Minnesota is demonized. Yeah, I mean that's
Well, I mean, just looking at our protests that we do, and it's not just in Minneapolis; it's all over the state. It's everywhere. In fact, Minneapolis was actually nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
I saw that. Yeah. So I said, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
But I actually pulled this last night. I was scrolling through my TikTok about Minnesota. I call this Minnesota proud.
We are very prideful. Just saying.
Bridled.
I have to.
I'm glad you added bridled, Dun Gun, because I got worried there for a minute.
So on I keep talking about Threads. I'm telling you, you guys have to get on Threads. It's so great.
You know what? I did go ahead and I got over there and I set it up, and I haven't done much with it because I was waiting to talk to you because I don't know how to use it. I just haven't tried to. I don't really need help. I just haven't really tried, but
I've done it as well and haven't played with it yet.
Well, as soon as you guys are like playing with it or whatever, let me know and I'll follow you and you can follow me.
Yeah. That was actually what I was going to ask you is what is your screen name on Threads? Because that's what
I'll send it in the private chat. But I was going to tell you on Threads, single women are going out to protest and meeting their new boyfriends because they're both protesting the same thing.
I'm in favor of that. I like that.
Somebody's got a sense of humor. They want an award show called the Grannies so we can identify the artists.
Okay.
I did not know a single performer other than Bruno Mars and Reba McEntire.
Oh, good. At least I had Reba on there. That helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, before we go, I just love this woman. I've had it for 2-3 days, and I haven't been able to fit it in. This woman, I hope, is telling about where things are going. Just listen to how she talks. She was a Trump supporter. She has, like a lot of them I'm seeing, she's on a new plane now. Well,
because love and unity will overcome fascism.
She talks about, I'm not voting for Republicans again, and I got to pull somebody else off the stage to get this thing. Won't let me replace people without some sort of. There we go. Okay, here she is. This is worth waiting for. This woman is shoot. Try it again. Not playing. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Why won't that? Huh. Oh, well, I guess I'll save her for another day. It's a woman who complains about Trump trying to be a king. And she's now
in our private chat window, I put my thing.
He thinks he's God, and he's
there.
Gonna
She is.
Take over the world.
He thinks he's God, and he's going to take over the world.
There was a lot of former Republican voters out of Iowa that were like, "Nope, never again, done."
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try her one more time. Here she goes.
He needs to get his act together, and our representatives here in Iowa need to stop following his lead. I'm voting Republican again.
Did you ever vote for him?
First time around, and he did a good job, but then he got stupid.
What does that mean?
Means that he just changed, and it's all about him. He thinks he's God, and he's gonna take over the world.
See, now that was worth waiting for.
Definitely.
He got stupid.
I'm trying to convince all my Republican friends from 40-something years ago that Trump is not a conservative.
Yeah.
Oh, very much not.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got, what I call country club Republican friends, and I keep telling them, y'all don't understand. He has conned you the most. We talk about how he's conned working people and rural people and all that. But rich country club Republicans who think he's a conservative Republican, they're the ones who've gotten conned the most by this guy. And
look at the condition the dollar is in. The dollar is taking a beating out there on the open market. They better get worried soon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's our hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
We done did another hour. Thank you, Katie, and you guys in Minneapolis. I swear you're leading the way. You're saving the country.
We're trying. We're getting tired, though. I'm going to be honest. It's exhausting.
Beating fascism.
When you have to call the police to defend yourself against against ICE, that's bad.
Yeah. We played that video a little while ago. That woman.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I'll put this guy's picture back up here because I cropped the photo of the ICE agent that pulled the gun on that woman, that citizen that they arrested and handcuffed, and the local police had to get her out of ICE detention, and actually drove her home, and this is what we're looking at now in America.
That's almost every stop now. And they're not supposed to be making traffic stops. A judge ruled about that.
And talk about a traffic stop.
I will not get out of the car. You can't do this. Get your hands off of me. Get your fucking hands off me. Get your hands off me.
they pulled right in front of her. You know, I mean, talk about a traffic stop.
I would have gone around him and ran away.
Yeah, look how they
I think
pull
someone
in
needs
front
to
of
call
her.
911. They
pull
are
right in front
seriously
of her.
like attacking me.
Right here, look at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Call
Now that's a
911. I'm
traffic
right at
stop.
the corner
They pull
of
right in front of her
Jefferson.
car and then jump out with their guns drawn.
Yeah.
With their guns drawn.
She is such a violent
citizen.
criminal.
Yeah. And then I cropped out that guy on the right. I cropped him out. That's what our federal government looks like right now. And people have got to wake up to what's happening. I mean, it's not a joke, as Joe Biden used to say, no joke. All right, we got to go. All right.
Have a good day, everybody. Bye.
So long.
We are